moving to Denver, everything you need to know, that's what we are covering today. Most importantly, the top 5 things we think are most important.
And if you guys stick around to the end, we're gonna share with you guys our #1 tip that we share with any new clients coming to the area, so you don't wanna miss that.
All right, guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. We are the Mile High Property Brothers. Today, getting into it, these top 5 things you must know when moving to Denver. At the end, we're gonna have some fun ones, but getting into it, #1.
That's right. So starting off, guys, painting a little bit of context for you. Whenever you're moving to Denver, right? One thing you should know is that everything out here is called Denver. So what we mean by that is you've got Denver, the actual city.
They're not actually from Denver. They might be an hour away, but
Correct.
Everybody recognizes Denver as like, that's what you claim, right? We're not like West Side Story around here, okay? Like, it's not block per block. It's if you're from the Denver metro area, you're from Denver.
Yes, it's true. And this is really important because whenever you guys are coming out here to, look at homes, one of the reasons that we call our channel Living in Denver is because even though we don't have a lot of clients move to the city of Denver, man, people just search living in Denver. And coincidentally, when you get here, that's also what you're going to experience.
Correct. All right, moving into our next point, the suburbs and the urban suburbs are actually where it's at. You're going to elaborate a little bit, but what we're getting at is it's not necessarily mandatory that you go downtown to have fun or enjoy what Denver's all about.
It's right, guys. A lot of places, like let's say Chicago, we have quite a bit of clients move here from the Chicago area. They're coming from downtown Chicago. It's super walkable and they're just looking for a little bit of change of pace. But then when they come out here, they realize that, man, people kind of want to live in the urban suburban areas, as in the South Park Hills, the Lower Highlands, those areas that are within Denver, but it's almost like this urban suburban
But then
vibe.
you've got these mom and pop shops that pop up in Wash Park. You've got per cap, like the most breweries in any other state or like downtown-ish area. You've got Rhino Art District. That's a downtown suburban area with single family homes, et cetera, but it's an art district. And you've got commercial businesses there. You've got breweries. So there's just so many cool things that have spread out in and around Denver. You don't necessarily have to go back and be in the heart of it to enjoy or have a good time, which is really great because it cuts down on your commute in and out when you don't have to necessarily go all the way down there to have fun. Well, less people are going down there. So when you are going down there for a Rockies game or a Broncos game or a concert at Ball Arena where the Nuggets play, it's not necessarily like so much traffic, and maybe that's why traffic in Denver is not terrible, because you don't necessarily have to be so central to have some fun.
It's right. And then going a little further outside of Denver to just the suburban areas. We have so many good suburban cities outlining Denver. People just love coming there, right? You've got master plan communities, you've got pools, the clubhouses, quiet neighborhoods. And I think that because the way the city is laid out, or the state is laid out rather, all these major metro cities, the Auroras, the Littletons, the Castle Rocks, the Goldens, Highlands Ranch, you're still like less than 45 minutes from Denver from all of them.
Really cool.
Yeah, it is. It is.
All right, #3, looking for acreage. Yes, available, limited, but yes, available.
It is, and with our typical suburban lots, you're gonna see usually about a 1/4 acre under is pretty standard. A big size lot in a new build community out here would be about 1/3 of an acre. And so if you guys are looking for an acreage, right, you're just gonna have to be prepared to go a little bit more on the outskirts.
Just on the outskirts of the outskirts, but you've got full acres in Castle Rock that's available. You guys have Elkhorn Ranch, that's just on the backside of Southeast Aurora, that's got 5 acres, that's available. So when you guys are inside the actual heart of suburban areas, you're gonna have that 1/4 to 1/3 of an acre, but you've also got these amazing facilities for what we call your community centers for that neighborhood when it comes to the pools and the pickleball courts and the tennis courts and the gyms and everything that you guys would want without having to go anywhere outside of your neighborhood. You have it, but that does take up space. You don't necessarily have to have that on your own property, so you have that. So there's not necessarily a need for a huge lot. It just depends on what you guys like personally. But yes, there is some. You've just got to be a little bit more detailed with your search, and that's helping you guys. And that is our reminder that we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. That's right. So that number that's popping up below are the guys answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. Whether it's acreage and or anything else, of course we can help you. But with that being said, you've just got to be a little bit more specific in what you're looking for and be a little bit more open to some commute, but an easy commute. All right, moving along. HOAs are everywhere. They are a thing in Colorado, but don't be afraid We don't have any drama that we've had personally with any clients that's over the top or anything like that when it comes to them.
That's right. Now, we'll get quite a few of you guys that jump on a Zoom call with us. One of the things that we hear is, hey, I don't want to live in an area with an HOA, right? And then we dive into the why behind it, right?
The answer is maybe. Maybe.
Yes.
Right.
Well, and it sounds like a lot of you guys are concerned about people coming around and measuring your grass and if it's an eighth of an inch too tall. The HOAs that are out here are massive, for the most part, are massive corporate-owned HOAs. Right. Meaning you don't have these little like snitches, right, going around and trying to like tattletale on everyone.
Ah, novelty mailbox. That's a violation. Oh yeah. That's a violation.
And they're not looking for that. They're making sure that people aren't parking their boats in front of their house, their RVs in front of the house, that they're not painting their house pink.
Purple.
Yeah, or
whatever,
purple, or
doing crazy.
Yeah, or doing anything crazy. And for the most part, it ends up being a much more like value add for the neighborhood versus a deterrent.
And fun fact, if you don't know this, a lot of you might, but if you don't, this will be a fun fact for you. We do get access to HOA documents prior to purchasing a home. Yep. So whether it's going under contract, you do have dates and deadlines that allow you time to review HOA documents and making sure that if you have any questions, we get them asked. Or if you just have some things that you don't like, great. Well, hey, now we can remove ourselves from that contract and you are not mandated to purchase that home and we can move on. And a lot of times HOA docs are provided within the MLS, even prior to going under contract. Some listing agents do that prior just so we have some time to look at those. It saves them time so we don't have to fall out of contract. But either way, you are definitely informed. Hear that? We got a lot of fans. You are informed as far as HOA docs and what to expect with being in that neighborhood.
That's right. And on top of that, guys, it's usually very affordable. So a lot of these communities where they're single family homes, it might be 50 to 60 bucks a month. And that's going to cover, for the most part, your trash, your recycling, your sewer a lot of the times, and then common area grounds maintenance, all the parks and sidewalks, not the residential sidewalks when it snows, but they'll do the trails in the neighborhood. They'll clean all those up and stuff. But for 50 or 60 bucks a month, a lot of times that's what you're typically paying for just trash anyway.
All right, moving forward, number 5, it is still growing. We talk about this a lot. Denver, Colorado, the Denver metro area, Colorado in general. Yes, it's popular. Yes, it's one of the best places to live. However, we are still extremely unincorporated. There's still plenty of space to move and grow into. So you have not missed a boat or anything like that. And you've got some of the stuff you want to talk about. But the bottom line is it's still growing. We've got a lot of space. We've got a lot of ceiling left before we're too full.
Oh yeah, and that is something too that one of the big questions that we get from a lot of people, they're like, hey, did I miss the boat? Like, you know, am I too late moving there? I know a lot of these places that really popped in the past couple of years, really popular states, and it's like, man, they're kind of full, right? Colorado has so much room to grow, and on top of that, what I like is that, you know, Colorado is just continuing to culturally grow and expand. When you look at just like the food that's out here and just some of the stores that are opening up out here 100%. And industries that are moving here, I really feel like Denver is in this.
We're central, man. We get so many folks from like the northeast, the southeast, the northwest, the southwest, the south. We're almost just like a melting pot of so many different cultures that just decide to come here. It is great as far as like livability. The climate gets a little bit hot in the summer, but it's dry, so it's not that hot. We don't have a ton of insects or bugs or things like that because we're at altitude. Our weather, we've got all 4 seasons, but it's not a terrible winter. It snows for a day and then it's gone. Like there's just so many things that are desirable. The education system out here, the economy out here. There's a lot that's desirable, so a lot of folks are just moving from different places to be here, which also brings their culture and everything with them, right? So it just makes it a lot of fun and a really cool place to experience.
And our last final.
Ooh, if you're here, it's the end. You stayed or you fast forward. If you fast forwarded, I see you.
Cheater.
But if you stayed and you're here, we've got a bonus for you.
That's right. So guys, this actually pertains to the home buying process itself, okay? Right. One of the number 1 questions that almost 100% of you guys are dying to know once we jump on our Zoom calls is, hey, how do you guys actually go about helping someone buy a home? Do I need to come out there and rent first? Do I need to come out and do a Airbnb? And here's what we see, the thing that people have the most success with, okay? A lot of times people come out here for an exploratory trip, okay? Right. Now on this trip, your goal is not to find your dream home, right? Your goal is to explore any number of areas that you're potentially interested in. Drive around them at different times. Go to the neighborhood in the morning.
We've got area guides for you. Yeah, so if you guys are looking at Castle Rock and Southeast Aurora and Littleton and Highlands Ranch, are they similar? Yes, but are they different? 100%, which is why we have area guides. So when you guys come out here for a day or two, you've got these area guides to go into specific neighborhoods, to see certain shopping centers, to try the commute out, to go see the recreational stuff that's in that area, to really just get a great grasp and idea on the areas that you love and narrowing it down to your top 2, maybe even your top 1 of where you'd love to be.
what is almost more important than finding out the places that you love are finding the places that you don't love, right? 100%. Finding the places that aren't gonna work for you. And then after you've identified the places that are gonna work for you, you're going back home, you're living life, you're getting home ready to sell, anything that you need to actually get done, right? But now we're the boots on the ground out here.
And when we're looking at homes, we're doing video walkthroughs.
Of course.
And it's amazing because what we do as far as like FaceTiming with you guys and being on video, recording actual videos of the entire home and giving you guys pointers as we're walking it through you and then sending you those videos, we've already found the area that you guys want to be in, so we're good there. You can change your kitchen, you can change a couple things in your house if you like. You can't change that area. You know what else you can't change?
What's that?
You can't change this number popping back up. And us reminding you that we are licensed brokers in the state of Colorado. And yes, just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So that number that's still up below are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, we would love to. But with that being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you very soon.
That's right. See you guys.